A Star is Born, Jack Russell's early days. Jack Russell. The name alone conjures up images of pure rock and roll, gravelly voice, leather pants, a swagger that could melt glaciers. But before he was belting out anthems with Great White, he was just a kid with a dream. Born in Los Angeles, Jack was practically weaned on rock music. It was in his blood. He started singing early, his voice already hinting at the raw power it would unleash on the world. Jack loved music. All kinds, really. But rock? That was his religion. He formed his first band as a teenager, cutting his teeth on covers in small clubs. Think smoky bars, cheap beer, and enough hairspray to put a hole in the ozone layer. Yeah, those were the days. Even then, Jack had it, that undeniable stage presence, a voice that could shake the rafters, and a heart full of rock and roll dreams. He paid his dues gig after gig, honing his craft, living and breathing music. He knew he was destined for bigger things. And then, fate intervened. Enter Great White. Once bitten Great White's rise to fame. Great White. A band as hungry and driven as Jack himself. They had the chops, the attitude, and a sound that was pure Sunset Strip sleaze and swagger. When Jack joined the band, it was a match made in rock and roll heaven. They clicked instantly. Their chemistry was explosive. They were ready to take on the world. Their early gigs were legendary. Word spread like wildfire. Great White were the band to see. They had energy, passion, and songs that stuck in your head like a tequila hangover. Then came Once Bitten, Twice Shy.
That song, man, it was an anthem. It exploded onto the charts, propelling Great White into the stratosphere.
They were on top of the world. MTV played their videos non-stop. Stadiums were packed with screaming fans. Jack was living the dream. He poured his heart and soul into every performance, his voice captivating audiences worldwide. Great White were unstoppable, or so they thought. Tragedy strikes, the station nightclub fire. February 20th, 2003. A date forever etched in rock and roll history. A night that began with the promise of music and celebration ended in unimaginable tragedy. The station nightclub fire. A nightmare. A pyrotechnics accident. A blaze that ripped through the club with terrifying speed. 100 souls lost. Families shattered. Dreams turned to ash. Among the victims was Ty Longley, Great White's guitarist and a dear friend to Jack. The weight of the tragedy was crushing. The guilt, the grief, it was almost too much to bear.
Jack was devastated. The music that had always been his salvation now seemed unbearably painful. How could he ever sing again knowing what had happened? The world mourned with him, sharing in the unimaginable sorrow of that night.
Picking up the pieces, music and healing. In the aftermath of the fire, Jack struggled. He grappled with survivor's guilt, the weight of responsibility hanging heavy on his shoulders. There were lawsuits, accusations, and the relentless glare of the media spotlight.
It would have been easy to crumble, to disappear into the darkness. But Jack, true to his nature, found solace in music. It was his therapy, his way of processing the pain and honoring the memory of those lost.
He poured his grief and remorse into his songs, his voice raw with emotion. He knew he couldn't bring back the past, but he could use his platform to help.
He dedicated himself to supporting the victims' families, performing at countless benefit concerts, raising money, and offering comfort through music. He knew that the road to healing would be long and arduous, but he was determined to keep going, one note at a time.
Jack Russell's story is one of both triumph and tragedy. He reached the pinnacle of rock stardom, only to have it overshadowed by unimaginable loss. But through it all, his spirit remained unbroken.
He faced his demons head-on, using music as his weapon against despair. He never shied away from responsibility for the station fire, carrying the weight of that night with him always, but he also refused to let it define him.
He continued to make music, his voice a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. Jack's legacy is complex.
He was a rock icon, a survivor, and a man who dedicated his life to music and to honoring the memory of those lost. His story is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope and resilience can prevail.
Remembering a rock icon, Jack Russell's enduring impact. Jack Russell left an undeniable mark on the world of rock. His voice, a force of nature, continues to resonate with fans across generations. His songs are anthems of a bygone era, infused with a raw energy and passion that still ignite the soul.
But beyond the music, Jack's enduring legacy lies in his humanity. He taught us about the redemptive power of music, the importance of compassion, and the strength it takes to face our demons head-on. Jack's life was a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity.
He didn't just sing about life's highs and lows, he lived them. And through it all, his love for music never wavered.
So crank up once bitten, twice shy, raise a glass to the sky, and remember Jack Russell, the man, the myth, the rock and roll legend. His music, like his spirit, will live on forever. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.